here. I mean, JAIRUS doesn't work for free. And if you don't like us, man, just do me a favor and tell us why.
Corey, what up?
What's up?
What's this weekly or actually it's like every other day argument? What's this every other day argument about?
It's like you don't believe that I could take over the world if I wanted to.
Yeah, you're right. I don't think you got what it takes, man. I don't think you got the skills.
I mean,
you think you got the skills. I don't think you have the skills.
I mean, if I really, really wanted to, man, it wouldn't be that hard. I mean, I have a plan.
You have a plan. Well, guess what? I got a plan too. Okay.
Your mama had a plan B, but she didn't take it.
Corey, you know what? All right, ladies and gentlemen, Corey and I got to an argument. What happened the other day when we got to an argument? This argument was like at 3 a.m. too. It was like heated. It was heated.
It wasn't that heated. It's just,
It was heated for me.
You guys ever know when you're right?
By the way, put your mic on you, by the way.
You guys ever just know when you're right about something and just someone don't want to listen to you? It doesn't matter what you say. Just like this, the guy that's just like, he's already dead set on being right. I know that I'm right. He knows that I'm right. But I mean, just sometimes you just can't go that way.
You think this is so simple, man.
So sometimes, you just go ahead and you got to just take the knee, run out the clock. Okay, you're right.
Yeah. I want to be more specific. Corey and I got into a heated debate, and we were talking about how he could possibly use his influence to take over a small country, which would eventually take over the world. Corey thinks he got what it takes to take over the world, ladies and gentlemen. The world. But we're going to start small. We're going to start with a small. Birdie, what's up? Oh yeah, I know. We just fixed it. Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
I got multiple calls and I was watching it, so everyone was panicking.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. His mic's on now. Okay, cool. Thank you. That's cool. Birdie just called to say your mic wasn't up to your mouth.
She wants to be a director,
She is a director. She is a director. You know what a director is? You know what a director is? A director is someone who says they're a director.
I mean, she knows a lot of things. I mean, I never heard of good.
And she called to just say your mic wasn't on. I give Birdie mad props for that. Thank you, Birdie. And I also give Birdie's mom mad props for watching this, because if I knew that you were dating my daughter, I don't know if I have the guts to watch this show. I'm just saying.
I mean, if you had a daughter, you know how thankful you would be it was me.
Okay, there you go. Let's get back to the topic, though. Game of pawns, baby. Corey,
okay, so hold on. We're going to play a game, guys. And by the way, JAIRUS has found certain ways to handcuff me in this certain situation. So
no, I haven't.
Yes, you have. Just a little bit. But we can we can play by your rules.
This is game of.
So, and we're gonna have a question. Go ahead. So go ahead and start it off.
No, you start off. You told me the other day that you could take over the world or a small country if you wanted to. You told me you have the ability. You, Corey Harrison, in the state that you're in, you have the ability to work your way into a country, a small country with a not so stable government, and that you could work your way, influence the world because you do have worldwide fame, and that you could take over that government and become a dictator of that country. And so, if I want to prove that that's true, and I got a test for you.
Okay, so
I want to prove it. If you think you can do it, prove it.
I can tell you.
And we're live, so you can't BS in front of everybody.
But okay, so here's the plan. Okay, so. You take a guy. I mean, I'd need a little bit more money than I have, right? I'd have to move to the Dutch Virgin Islands.
No, I have a scenario that I'm testing out, and it's you with the money that you have.
Okay.
And who you are as a person. Let's make this real. I'm not going to make you some superhero with superpowers that you don't have.
Okay.
All right. And so I'm going to ask you questions, and let's see if you could do this. All right.
Okay.
All right. Let's see it. Because, ladies and gentlemen, I don't believe it.
Hit me with the questions.
All right, here we go. And I'm going to put our titles up here so people can know who we are. Because they need to know who the good guy is. And guess what? Here we go. I'm going to time it perfectly. The bad guy. That's the bad guy.
That's the bad guy.
You're the bad guy.
All right.
You're the bad guy. Well, you're the one that wants to become a dictator, so.
It wouldn't be a dictator.
You wouldn't be a dictator?
A benevolent dictator.
Oh, you should be a nice dictator.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's just start it off like that. What do you think a dictator is? Tell me what you in your head, because this could mean 10 different things to 10 different people. So tell me what you think a dictator
So,
is.
you know what, man? Have you ever been to Kuala Lumpur?
No.
Okay. It's in Malaysia. In not too much time, man, that guy turned that country into an economic powerhouse in Southeast Asia. And he's not you can go with Bukele. I'm sure if you're not an MS-13, most people tend to love him. I mean, it's the safest country in the world now. Sometimes, you just need a guy that's just going to be in charge. Nothing gets handled by committee very well, especially when stuff gets really, really bad.
Okay.
Now, they don't last very many generations. I mean, you have like one guy, one shot, and then you kind of got to turn it over.
Okay. The country that you're going to try to become a dictator of is the Dutch Virgin Islands. This is the country that you claimed in your own weird brain. You said you could do this, okay?
Yeah.
I set this all up. I set up a game that you're going to have to play right now, okay?
Okay.
This is a realistic choose your own adventure. Let's see if you could fucking do it. I don't believe you could do it. I don't believe you can. So I got you. Listen, I put in all your parameters. I said you're Corey Harrison, 43 years old, well-known co-owner of the Gold and Silver Pawn Shop. Not anymore. From the TV show Pawn Stars, you still have significant worldwide fame. From the long-running series, millions recognize your face and nickname. But your personal finances are tight right now, which they are.
Okay.
Your liquid cash is around $150,000, okay?
Okay.
That's what you got. You're going to take your influence with that money, and you're going to become a dictator of a country, the Dutch Virgin Islands, which I don't think is an easy country to take over. I think you downplay that country. Yeah?
Okay. So,
All right?
by the way, no offense to anybody in the Dutch Virgin Islands here, but I mean, okay, so start shooting me some questions. What do you want me to give me the
Okay.
questions you want me to answer?
All right. You know the prime minister, okay? Your father, who's Rick Harrison, has built quiet influence in conservative political circles, okay? And has direct lines to people close to Donald Trump.
Okay.
All right. You have developed black market contacts. I'm not going to say how, but you have. Okay. These are untraceable cash deals, off the books, weapons. This is what I'm setting you up with. Smuggling routes via the Caribbean. Okay. This is what you're playing with right now. Okay.
Okay.
These are your cards. I truly believe that if you wanted to do this, that would be your hand that you would be dealt. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Your target, Corey, is the Dutch Virgin Islands, a small, autonomous overseas territory of the Kingdom of the Netherlands in the Caribbean. Population is 28,000. Tourism heavy economy. Limited local forces reliant on the Netherlands for military and foreign affairs. The government is led by a governor representing the Dutch king and a locally elected prime minister, executive council, okay? This is what you're working with.
All right.
It is stable but vulnerable, okay, to internal corruption, economic pressure, and external influence, okay? All right. Your goal, orchestrate a coup to overthrow the local government and install yourself as a dictator. Big hoss of the islands, okay? Controlling tourism revenue, ports, and any resource deals, okay?
Okay.
Your starting resources. You have 150,000. You're famous. You have loyal local contacts. Black market networks, family backup, Dutch kingdom alertness very low. They see you as a quirky American celebrity, not a serious threat. So you're under the radar for them. Okay, I set you up with like the best scenario that you could possibly have. Okay,
Absolutely not. Oh, okay.
yeah. For you right now, in reality, this is the best scenario you could have.
Okay. So I would
Put that mic up to your mouth.
So I would need to somehow have some kind of like citizenship.
Okay. Well, hold on. Let me give you your three
Okay.
options. You,
Okay.
you arrive at the island. Okay. Here are
Okay.
your three options. Here you go.
Perfect.
All right. You fly into the main island under the guise of scouting a new pawn shop reality TV spin-off location. You already had a private dinner with the prime minister who thinks you're there to invest in tourism. Okay. Second, here we go. Now, here are your three options. A, use your fame and charm to build public and political support quickly. Do you want to do that? Do you want to B, go the black market route immediately? Use your pawn world contacts. I don't know why. Yeah, I said pawn world contacts, not that. That's necessarily black market. But
Yeah.
you want to smuggle in cash, small arms, and a small team of ex-military mercenaries. You could go that route right away. You just get started.
I'm going to need more
developing
than
the-
150 grand to do that.
All right. Well, C, you can play the long-term influence route with family help. Ask Rick to tap his Trump connections for quiet U.S. political or business pressure, maybe framing it as stabilizing the region or investment deals. Meanwhile, use your known friendship with the prime minister to push for official appointments or advisory roles. Okay, what do you want to do first?
Okay,
tell me what you want. Tell me what route you want to go.
First of all, I got to be a part of the government. I've
You gotta be a part of the
I've got to
government.
become a part of the. I've got to get a dual citizenship there.
You need dual citizenship. Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to have to become a Danish citizen.
Okay. So you want to go C.
Okay, to get and that being said, then I could establish some kind of public role.
Okay.
Whether it be the ambassador to tourism, blah blah blah. I know a lot of cruise ships go there, stuff like that. Okay, so that's where we're gonna have to start.
Okay. You want dual citizenship. All right, fine.
Okay, so once
Let's
I
do
become
it.
a citizen, now I can become a.
What's your strategy there, though? Why do you want dual citizenship?
Well, because now I can become a politician.
Okay. Okay.
All right, so
Now
now
you have the prime minister in your pocket already. So why do you want that?
well, because I'm still
Because you could have the coup ready to go.
because I'm already because I'm a politician. I'm a politician.
You think naturally you're a politician?
No, if I'm a politician, if I get citizenship, I can actually become a politician. I can disagree or agree with whoever the governor of the Dutch Virgin Islands is, all that kind of stuff, which could kind of as a politician, I could kind of get in close with the. Becoming a Dutch politician, I mean, I could get in closer. It gives me a path to get to the Dutch royal family.
Okay.
The Danish, royal
By the
family.
way, aren't you a big fan of the Dutch though already? So you like the Dutch? Is that why you chose this country?
I'm just not. It is. I'm just saying. Hey, if I was a politician, that gives me a kind of a straight line to how I can meet the royal family of Denmark, right?
Right. Okay. Well, all right. I have it in here. You decide to play the slow, smart game. Okay. No flashy moves. You tell the prime minister over a relaxed dinner on the beach that you're seriously considering dual citizenship. That's cool. You love the islands,
Okay.
the people, the vibe. I like this. You're going low key, right? He's going low key, ladies and gentlemen, but he literally is about to take over this government. Hopefully, we don't know yet. Back at your rented villa, you call Rick. He's skeptical, but agrees to reach out to his Trump contacts. Within 48 hours, you get a quiet green light. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Within 48 hours. Okay, that's good. Now, your personal cash is now $135,000. That some spent on gifts, dinners, consulting fees. Okay. Your fame, soft power, still high locally. Okay.
Hold on, dude.
You definitely have to spend money to like.
Yes, but as a politician now, that I'm definitely making money.
Huh?
I'm definitely making money now too.
As a politician, how are you making money? How?
Oh, okay. So I'm a politician and the Dutch Virgin Islands. Okay, so let's say I'm the ambassador of tourism, something like that.
Okay.
You know what? So hey, I start taking bribes from Carnival Cruise, Royal Caribbean Cruise Lines, stuff like that. If you guys want to be here, blah 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 blah.
Okay.
I make it harder for them. I start doing, start doing whatever. I become the Pelosi of pretty much the Dutch Virgin Islands. There's got to be a way for a corrupt politician there to start making money. That
Right.
doesn't seem so bad.
Right.
Come on now. That just has to be some kind of way for me to make money as a politician.
Okay. All right. So with this position that you chose, here's how it's working out for you right now. Okay. You have a small opposition newspaper that's running some questioning why a reality TV star is suddenly so interested in dual citizenship. Okay, they find out. Rick's Trump contacts deliver a low-key meeting with U.S. State Department staffer who says they could quietly support economic partnership if you gain more formal roles. Okay.
Yes, the game.
So you have a citizenship, but you don't have a formal role. Now, check this out. Your black market friends are getting impatient. They want to start moving product or cash soon, or they'll look elsewhere. So what's your next move?
Well, my next move would be obviously to start painting the current. I don't know if it's a prime minister or a governor of the place. I mean, you just start flooding in bad stuff and staying. And I'm sitting there saying, "Oh my God, this guy's so corrupt. He's making money off this." Blah blah blah.
Okay.
I'm actually, and I'm providing, false proof.
False proof.
False proof, like some guy gets arrested, he's admitting to, this guy's, whoever the guy is in charge, they're the ones that are bringing him in, blah, 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 blah. I'm exposing it. It's being, everybody's starting to love me, all this stuff. All the while, I'm now speaking to the monarchy back in Denmark, right?
Yeah.
Everybody trusts me because I'm the whistleblower.
Okay. So let me ask you something. Do you want to push aggressively for more formal power? Do you want to stay low key, focus on gathering intelligence, or do you want to bring in external pressure early?
I don't want to push or aggressively do anything. I just want the best for the country that I'm now a citizen of, dual citizen of Denmark. I don't want to push. I want to be asked.
What's your next move? Because I told you that your black market people are getting a little antsy.
They're already there. They're already making money.
You want to make money too, though.
I'm already making money off my position. I'm making money off the black market guys, and I'm making money off the guys that I'm, the cruise lines, the tourism. I'm already skimming already.
How do you want to skim, though? You want me to figure that out for you? Because
how am I to skim out the tour?
Remember, your goal is to overtake this government. Don't forget.
My goal is to overtake the government. Absolutely, yeah. I got you. But I'm not going to have to do this.
What's your next move?
My next move is I'm going to sit there and I've already got an in with the Danish royal family.
Yeah.
The prime minister of Denmark. I'm the one that's sitting there, and you know what I actually do? I turn on all my black market friends, and I rush them out.
You want to get rid of your black market friends?
Oh, absolutely, positively, because you know what? I'm making enough money on messing with.
You sure that's the move you want to get? That's pissing people off.
Absolutely, because you know what? I'm making money off the cruise ships and everything like that. I'm making plenty of money, and I'm assuming.
How are you? So I want to plug this in because how are you making money by just becoming a citizen? You became a citizen. So
no, but I'm already up there. Remember, I'm a politician now too.
Yeah, I mean you are a politician, but okay, fine. You're a politician now, but tell me how you're utilizing that citizenship. What are you doing?
What, with the citizenship?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I assume that if you're not a citizen of a country, you can't become a politician there.
Right.
I have to be involved with the government.
How are you utilizing that for money, though?
How am I using that for money?
Because you need money.
You
need influence.
Some boats have to charge more. Some boats have to pay more for gas than other boats. Some boats can lower gas pay.
So what industry are you working in? Give me one.
Well, I mean, their major, their entire. I'm sure the biggest thing is the cruise ships that come in.
Okay.
So some of these cruise ships, they got to pay more money. Some of them they got to pay less, depending on who pays me.
Okay.
And then what? At the end of the day, I'm working on a deal where, hey guys, I'm playing double agent with the United States. Hey, Denmark owns Greenland too.
Mm-hmm.
And I got a direct line to the prime minister of Denmark.
Yeah.
And I'm saying, hey, you know what, guys? Let's kind of what they're really talking, what they're really saying about Denmark, what the real problem is. Hey, you know what they really want, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just doing double agent back and forth, and then guess what? I cut a deal with the president of the United States. Say, hey. We don't want, once we kick them out of the Western Hemisphere in general, we don't want to share, because we actually share an island with them.
Okay.
We don't want to share an island with them after we just had this big blow up over Greenland.
Right.
So, but we also don't want it to look like we just took it over.
All right.
So you're going to install me as the.
All right. So here's phase 3 of your plan, your master plan. I'm letting this right out. You decide to keep playing the patient insider game. Their next tourism working group meeting, you steer the conversation toward the cruise industry. You pitch a realistic, detailed plan. Partner with major U.S. cruise lines to bring more ships to the Dutch Virgin Islands. Okay, cool. At the same time, you deliberately cut ties with your old black market contacts. You pay them a final severance, a fee of $25,000 cash. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Here are the positives for that. The Prime Minister and Tourism Board love the cruise industry pitch. Sounds professional and profitable. You are now officially named consultant to the Tourism and Cruise Development Committee, a small but real government adjacent title. Your dual citizenship is approved faster than expected. Thanks to the Prime Minister, you are now officially a dual citizen. Okay, cutting the black market, friends, removes a major risk factor for you. Okay, that's good. Rick's Quiet Trump channel calls help. A minor U.S. business publication runs a short positive piece titled "Pawn Stars Corey Harrison Eyes Caribbean Cruise Boom." Good job. Here's the negative of what you did though. Okay, you're losing the black market network means you no longer have and easy access to untraceable cash, weapons, or muscle. Okay, if you need that. Okay, yeah. Your personal cash is now down to $98,000 after the severance payment and gifts to bureaucrats. Okay. Some local police commanders and port officials who were expecting bigger under-the-table payoffs are disappointed in you. All right. The opposition newspaper publishes a slightly sharper article. American reality star pushes cruise takeover. Cruise lines are interested in talks, but move slowly. No firm contracts yet. Real money from this plan is still 12 to 18 months away, dog. Your personal cash is now to $98,000. Okay.
Okay, so now put it into your little algorithm there.
Yeah.
You can skip the line to refuel and the island. Mm-hmm. If you were to make a $100,000 donation, we'll say something like that, via Bitcoin to my charity.
Okay, well, let me give you your next three options, okay? Here you go. You want to double down on the cruise industry? Use your new title to push for fast track approvals, land deals, and port contracts that give you and your allies hidden ownership stakes or commission cuts. You want to use your insider access to quietly sabotage or gather compromising information on rival politicians and officials who oppose your cruise plans or seem too loyal to the current prime minister? Or do you want to leverage your frame and new citizenship for a public push? Announce a big Corey Harrison cruise initiative with town halls, social media, and local TV appearances. Promise jobs and prosperity to ordinary islanders while privately pressuring the prime minister for a bigger formal role. Ooh, kid, what do you want to do? Yeah, I can see the benefit in all three of these.
Yeah, but where am I making money?
Huh? Your money's not coming for like another 12 to 18 months.
Oh, no.
No, seriously, that's the game we're playing, bro. This is a game of pawns, bro. You got to think about that. You have $98,000. You're sitting on a pretty good nest egg, though.
98 grand ain't enough.
You would have had more money if you didn't get rid of your black market people because they were flushing
cash.
It's
not about black market people. If you get to skip the line and refuel first, if you were to donate to my charity.
What do you want to do? You want to bring in your black market people again? Because I don't think you're a formal politician guy. I don't think this is how you would do it. You really want to go this route? Let's go.
Start it in. Say, Corey, I invent if you donate to the charity I'm involved in, then they actually get to skip a line or whatever like that. And you know what? Maybe we don't want. Maybe Carnival has to come in last because they haven't been looking so good lately. Maybe if they want to, maybe if they should start donating a little bit more, if they want to,
Okay, so what's your next move? Tell me.
You know what? Some Carnival, some cruise lines, if they donate money to my charity that I'm in control of via Bitcoin, can now jump the line. And they get a little bit less rigorous, a little bit less, they're a preferable treatment.
All right. This is Corey. Ladies and gentlemen, if you just catching up on what we're doing. Corey is trying to take over the Dutch Virgin Islands. He is now establishing a charity
that I'm in charge of.
All right. Okay. That he is in charge. Okay. All right.
So what's it say?
What are the kind of I'm doing right now? I think you're going down hard, bro. I don't think you have what it takes, man. That's my personal opinion, but you never know. Okay. This is chapter 4 of Corey Harrison's coup to take over the Dutch. You combine the cruise push with a smart, clean-looking move. You announced the launch of the Big Hoss Caribbean Prosperity Charity. That sounds cool to me. Yeah. All right. As the sole founder and chairman, you position it as a nonprofit that will use future cruise industry profits. Okay, here we go. Here are the positive outcomes of what you just did, okay? The charity gives you a perfect legal vehicle for moving and controlling money on the islands. Public image boost. Cruise industry momentum increases. Two mid-sized U.S. cruise lines agree to preliminary talks about adding regular stops. Good job. Your dual citizenship status and charity role make it easier to open local bank accounts. Okay, good job. Rick's connection helps. A conservative U.S. foundation sends another $40,000 donation framed as support for Caribbean economic self-reliance. Wow. Okay. Negative results. You ready? Your personal liquid cash is now down to $23,000 after the initial donation and setup costs. You are relying heavily on charity and cruise money flowing in soon. Creating a charity you personally control raises quiet eyebrows among more experienced local politicians in the small Dutch oversight office.
Which I'm allowed to draw the salary from, correct?
We'll find out. I'll plug that in.
I'm allowed to draw.
Because you're running low, bro.
I'm allowed to draw a salary from my charity.
Some rival politicians start whispering that the charity is just a front for your personal enrichment.
Because I'm allowed to draw a salary from that charity.
Okay. All right. By staying fully legitimate and cutting black market ties earlier, you still have zero armed muscle. If the government turns on you, you have no quick way to protect yourself. Okay?
Not really afraid of the Dutch.
The charity work takes time and energy. You're now spending hours on grant applications, photo ops, and meetings instead of purely plotting, okay? All right, so updated resources. Personal cash now is down to $23,000, Corey. Okay. Dual citizenship is secured, okay? You have an official role, okay, which is consultant to tourism. Public support. The public likes you. That's good. You have loyal allies, 7 mid-level officials and community leaders. Okay. You have hard power, security, only a tiny legal charity security team of 3 unarmed locals. Hard power security. You don't have that. Sorry. Cruise deal progress. Preliminary agreements in motion. Potential revenues starting in 9 to 12 months. Dual kingdom alertness. Moderate. They are now watching your charity cruise activities more closely, but still see no direct security threat. Black market access, still severed, okay? This is where you're at. Now, what do you want to do now? Because you have 3 options here. Do you want to use your charity as your main power base, direct grants and projects aggressively to buy deeper loyalty in key villages, police, families, and port workers? Do you want to shift toward building a quiet, hard power under charity cover? Hire a small team of ex-U.S. military or private security contractors? Or do you want to go more public and political? Use your charity events and rising popularity to launch a new prosperity party, or run for a seat on the executive council.
Well, I would like to know that. Why can't I recruit my assets that I've spent myself on?
You can recruit your assets.
Okay, so what am I? So what I'm asked right now? What am I making a monthly salary on for running my charity?
Okay. You want to recoup some investment?
Yeah, I mean every
okay, let's find out. This is tough, bro. You know what? It looks like being a dictator, trying to become a dictator. It's not that easy.
Like you're making it way harder than it would be.
No,
Okay.
you lean into So here's what it's saying. Okay, you lean into charity as your central operation. In the next tourism and cruise development committee meeting, you purpose and get approved. Okay, great. You set a 15% administrative and management fee that the charity charges on every cruise related contract or grant handles. Okay. You create a small for-profit company called the Harrison Caribbean Ventures. Stay tuned for that, ladies and gentlemen. The Harrison. I wouldn't go on that cruise, but I'm just kidding. I would. Because I think it would be classy.
Yeah.
You negotiate a revenue share clause. Okay. Rick is still quietly introduces 2 mid-sized U.S. investors linked to his networks. They commit $750,000 in philanthropic investment into the charity's cruise projects in exchange for future priority berthing rights and marketing tie-ins with Pawn Stars branding. You take a 10% finder's fee. Okay.
Nope.
No.
No. I take it.
You don't want that?
I take it 50%.
All right. Here's a realistic consequences and outcomes. Money recovery. Within 4 months, you successfully recoup most of your personal investment. Your personal bank account climbs back to $185,000. Okay.
Yep.
Congratulations. Okay. The charity itself now holds $920,000.
Okay, and I'm in charge of the charity.
Yes, you are. Influence booth. The charity's visible projects win you genuine grassroots support. Good job. Cruise progress. One major cruise line signs a firm letter of intent for twice monthly stops. Good job. Good job on that. Here are the risks now. Dutch and oversight titans. The Kingdom's Caribbean Affairs office in the Hague now classifies your charity as high monitoring. You're being overlooked now, bro. All right.
Okay.
You made your money back, but now people are paying attention to you. The government's paying attention to you. Okay.
Okay.
Local opposition grows louder. Okay. 2 council members file a formal complaint accusing you of self-dealing and using the charity as a personal piggy bank. Which I know that's what you would do.
Okay, and so now those guaranteed people those guaranteed cruise lines, those guaranteed companies that
and that's going to add for
they decide that they're going to have to decide whether or not if they're going to come back there ever again if those people get elected. Yeah. If those people get reelected, then they.
By the way, your projected annual port revenue for the islands now is going to be added amount of $4.2 million.
Okay.
Once fully operational, your slice through these fees and shares could net you $300 to $500K per year personally once it ramps up.
Okay. Now, by the way, the companies that like me are going to run ad campaigns. They're going to be spending the money themselves, saying, "Hey, if this person gets reelected, the people that are opposed to me." They're not going to, if you vote for them, they're not going to come back to the island. Okay.
Wait, say again. Wait, what?
Okay, so my friends in the cruise industry, I'm going to let them know, like, hey, these guys that don't like me, they don't want you here. You better make sure you spend a lot of money making sure that these guys get voted out of office.
So you're going to convince the cruise lines that you set up to come there and these negotiations to not back the local politicians.
Well, do you want to vote for me, the guy that got you where you're at, or do you want to vote for the guy who's going to take it away from you, the nervous Nelly, the guy that's going to screw you over?
Okay, all right, that's where you want to go.
Yeah, that's what we have to do.
Okay, you sure you want to take that route?
You want to be on my team?
You sure?
Absolutely.
Okay, because right now the Dutch oversight is tightening, local opposition is growing. Because you cut the black market ties and stay legitimate, you still have almost no armed protection. Your only security now is the small unarmed charity team. You have no more coup to take over the government. Remember, you're trying to take over a government.
I don't need a coup.
You don't need a coup.
I don't need. I don't need a military.
You don't need a military.
Not yet.
Okay. Fine. I think you do.
Not yet.
I think you do. It's never worked for anyone else.
Not yet.
All right. Okay. Your personal cash right now at this time is $185,000. Okay.
Okay.
Your
But
charity
I have
control is
access, but I have
strong.
access to how much?
No, you only have $185,000.
But I have access to.
Yeah. You have 300 to 500,000 of annual charity income coming in.
Yes.
But
Okay, I got you.
you're not working with that. That's not liquid though. Public support, moderate to high. Okay, you still have 58% of public support. Don't forget, you can't not lose public support.
I'm losing public support.
All right. Loyal allies, 11 to mid senior officials, mid to senior level officials. Cruise deal status, one firm letter of intent. Revenue expected in 11 months. Hard power, minimal. Only 5 unarmed charity security locals. Dutch alertness, elevated. Audits starting, but no military concern yet. Political title, still consultant, plus charity chairman, no elected office.
I thought
Okay.
I was already elected office.
No, you're not elected to office yet.
Okay.
No, you're in charge of.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So now we
Yeah.
now we got to go rogue. Okay.
Yeah. So what do you want to do?
If you want to play, if we're playing this game, okay, we got to play it your
This
way.
is game of pawns, baby. What do you want to do?
Okay. So now, so hold on. First of all, where am I at with the people with the cruise liners that have said
You
straight
have
up-
one letter of intent from a cruise liner.
that's saying
That's going to raise the.
a letter of intent saying that they're paying.
They're going to come into your port in the
and
next 11 months.
okay, so that's fine. And I'm getting more and more insecure about tourism or terrorism on the.
Terrorism. There's no terrorism.
We're getting really concerned about it.
You're getting concerned about terrorism?
Yeah,
Why?
because I have people calling me up at night saying threatening terrorism.
Okay. So this is the game you want to start.
So
You want
there's-
you want to make the you want to make people you want to warn people about this terrorism threat. Okay. You're gonna go that
no,
route.
no, not yet.
What?
No, I'm just getting more and more concerned about it.
Okay, so I think your 3 options right now are you could keep building economic dominance, use charity and cruise money to buy majority stakes in key local businesses. You could start creating real coercive capability under legal cover, expand.
See, but you're missing a few things here.
Or you could go overtly political and accelerate the timeline. Leverage your rising popularity and charity success to announce you are forming the Prosperity Alliance political movement.
But I still have these politicians that are like suspect on me, right?
Their alert is growing. Yeah,
okay.
they're becoming wary of you.
Okay, and,
You're no longer the cool Corey Harrison. They
okay, but the boats that are actually making more money by coming in, they're the ones that are paying for the ads, saying the paying for the anti ads.
You've only secured an increase of 4.2 million in the port, from a
so everybody
cruise line
is,
coming
okay.
in.
So fine, everybody that hasn't signed a letter of intent, their price goes up.
You have no more black market guys who are willing to work for you.
Doesn't matter. I'm the guy. So
I don't know. We'll find out.
So I say that these guys, you know what they pollute
Your public-
they pollute our peers.
Huh?
The people that have signed the letter of intent, they keep our peers clean. The other
Yeah.
guys don't. They're not signing letters of intent, so we have to raise their prices.
What do you want to do?
I want to raise the prices of everybody that did not sign the letter of intent.
Wow. Really?
Yep.
That I do not see this as a good move. You really think so?
Yep, because they're not cleaning up the piers like the other guys are that signed the letters of intent.
So you want to raise prices for
Anybody that did
port
not-
entry from cruise lines?
Yeah, because they
The
have,
ones from all of them, or just ones that have not signed a letter?
just for the ones that's not signed the letter of intent.
Okay. I think. Oh man. Okay. That's
A
okay.
marginal amount, 2%.
Okay. Okay. If I was your advisor, I would go hard on not
You
doing
wouldn't
that.
be my advisor.
Okay. All right. Boom, 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 boom. This is fun though. I do like this game. Ladies and gentlemen, Corey Harrison is going to take us down quick, or we're going to rise to power. I'm with him on this. So
Hold on.
I don't want to get killed, bro. What?
Just keep going.
Anything else you want to say?
No, just keep going. Just keep going.
Okay. Okay. Anything else you want to do before I input this? You sure? All right. Here we go.
Can't say anything yet.
All right. Corey, you use control over the charity and official tourism and cruise development committee to make a bold but still legitimate power move. At the next committee meeting, you propose and push through a new tiered port fee structure for all cruise ships that have signed a letter of intent or full agreement with your charity-backed projects get a discounted partner rate.
Yes.
Okay, here we go. Here's the positive outcomes of that. Two additional mid-sized cruise lines quickly sign letters of intent to avoid higher fees. Okay, good job. Your personal cash surges. Nice. All right. Your personal cash surges through charity fees, LLC, consulting payments, and the new revenue. Share clauses you now clear. 400. Now you're making. You made 420,000 last quarter. You recoup all prior investments and then some. Personal liquid assets now sit at approximately $580,000. Congratulations.
Yep.
Wow. Okay.
Now, can you ask it where are the other cruise lines though? Where are they going instead of me?
I mean, I want to go to Virgin.
No, but
The Dutch Virgin Islands.
No, but I mean, where are they going? The U.S. Virgin Islands?
Huh?
So instead of going into my port,
Yeah.
what port are they going into besides mine? They can't if they want to come into mine, they have to sign mine. They
Yeah.
have to sign my letter of intent. All
Okay.
cruise lines if they want to come to my port.
Okay.
They want to do that. They definitely are going to want to do that after.
Okay.
There was a crazy guy who absolutely nothing happened, but it was crazy. Somebody tried and failed at a pseudo terrorist attack at the closest port.
Okay.
So, but we make sure that doesn't happen at my port.
Okay, here's another positive of what's happening. You have economic choke, hold strengthens, non-partner cruise lines complain, but still dock because the Dutch Virgin Islands are
They don't dock.
popular route.
They don't dock because they have not partnered.
No, they dock, but they pay that fee. So your choke.
So they have not partnered. They don't dock.
Oh, okay, the extra fees funnel through the charity let you hand out more grants, jobs, and community projects. Good job. Further boosting your local popularity. Now, you ready? 67%. Ooh, Corey, you got a little savvy on this, huh?
Okay.
You increase. You're from 58%. You decreased to 58%, and now you're at 67%. Your local popularity. Loyal allies increased to 14 key figures, including the port director and 2 senior police commanders who now depend on the charity's funding streams. Okay, remember that. You got these people in your back pocket now. You got a port director and you have 2 senior police commanders, okay? All right? I know you like that. Yep. Okay. Okay. Here are the negatives, though. Major cruise lines. Carnival, Royal Caribbean, Norwegian are furious. They lodged formal complaints with the Dutch government in The Hague, calling the tiered fees discriminatory and anti-competitive. The Kingdom's Ministry of Interior and Kingdom Relations opens a formal review of you now, sending 2 senior auditors and a legal team to the islands within weeks. Local opposition explodes. Nationalist politicians and the main
super simple
opposition accuse you of holding the island's economy hostage. Okay, Dutch alertness jumps from elevated to high. Okay, they're like you're the main dude now. They don't like you no more. Okay, don't go against the Dutch, bro.
Oh, so okay. So hold on.
Your lack of hard power becomes a glaring weakness. You have money and soft influence, but no armed loyalties to protect your assets of yourself if the Dutch or local rivals decide to move against you, bro.
And
guess what? You're getting death threats on social media.
I chop my fee down to any of my ships that stop in the country of Haiti.
Okay.
To 1% if they drop off bottles of water and stuff to help the Haitians.
Okay, check this out. One of your key allies, a council member, gets cold feet and starts distancing himself after receiving a warning call from the Dutch officials. Okay, boom. Here's your updated resources. You want to know what it is? Here you go. Your personal cash is $580,000. Charity control, very strong. Public support, mixed, 67%. Favorable among beneficiaries, but dropping fast among independents and opposition. Okay? Loyal allies, 14. Some wavering. Cruise deals, 3 firm letters of intent. Higher fees, generating immediate cash flow. Hard power, security, still minimal. Only 8 unarmed charity safety officers. Dutch Kingdom alertness is very high right now. Okay? Auditors on island, contingency talks in the Hague. Political vulnerability rising, opposition gaining traction. Media scrutiny and now your media scrutiny is intense.
Hold up.
I'm sure you're used to media scrutiny.
Okay, so now what we get is
over the last few minutes. I know.
So now what? I got over $500,000 in cash.
Yeah, a little bit over.
Okay, so most of the employees on these ships are very, very, very low paid.
Yeah.
Okay, so it is not hard for.
What do you? I don't get where. I see you gaining. I see that you're gaining like power through money, but you're not gaining any power to take over the government.
So you want black market.
There's no coup that you're.
Hold on. Here's your because nothing's easy. It doesn't happen fast. So now, all I need is for someone on these cruise ships.
Yeah.
The ones that don't want to give me money, the ones that are bitching.
Yeah.
To drain their sewers in my port. I just got to bribe somebody on one of them boats to pull the plug on their sewers in my port. One of the ones that doesn't want to. One of the ones that are bitching.
I'm sorry. You want someone? You want one of the cruises to?
No. Okay. So one of the cruise lines that are bitching about me. One of the cruise lines that don't want to pay my money. One of the cruise lines that aren't doing, the mid-level cruise lines, correct, are the only ones that like me, but the major cruise lines are complaining, correct?
Yeah. So
I just got to get one of these guys, somebody higher up there on the Carnival cruise ship itself, which ain't going to be more than 20, 30 grand. I guarantee you for 30, 40 grand, I could get somebody on one of those ships, just one, to accidentally dump their sewage in my port.
And which one of these cruises you want to do that?
Well, Carnival.
Carnival, okay. So you want to bribe Carnival, major?
I want to bribe a person to make on a cruise ship that works for Carnival, not Carnival themselves, a single person that works on Carnival Cruise to accidentally, and then I am pissed, and so is the government, and I'm so pissed that this is why I want these cruise lines, these major ones, I want them to pay a 5% fee now.
Okay.
And I want them to pay to clean the whole thing up.
Okay. This is a wild plan. See, ladies and gentlemen, this is the brain of Corey Harrison. He's I wouldn't think of this, but
and we are livid. We're absolutely livid.
So you want to bribe someone to?
I want to bribe a
sabotage Carnival Cruise by letting their waste
dump into the port.
Dump into port. Okay.
And we are livid. We are pissed.
Okay.
The ones that wanted to talk shit to the government,
you're livid.
No, the government's got to be mad too. They just dumped a bunch of shit in our port.
Right. Okay.
And this is what I've been talking about, guys.
Okay.
I've been talking about this. This is why we need this.
Okay. Government is pissed. Okay.
Our pristine port has now been destroyed by one of these people that didn't want to, one of these complaining ass major cruise lines.
Yeah. It's kind of smart. This is a little wild.
It's like 2 valves you pull.
You're a sneaky guy. Okay. All right, Corey.
Still without a bunch of henchmen.
All right, you decide the time has come to create crises you can solve. Using $30K for your personal funds funneled through a consulting fee, you quietly approach one mid-level port inspector. Man, you've already cultivated with smaller charity grants. You offer him the cash in a plain envelope during a late night meeting, okay? The sabotage happens exactly as planned 2 weeks later. The port turns into a foul-smelling mess overnight. Good job. Okay, tourists complain loudly. Local fishermen are furious about dead fish washing up, and environmental groups immediately protest. Okay, here are the positive outcomes of that.
Hold on. Okay, good.
I'm saying the government is indeed pissed at Carnival. The Prime Minister publicly echoes your outrage and fast tracks a temporary port safety and environmental oversight decree that gives your charity interim regulatory power for 90 days. Good job. This is a huge step. You now have official say over who can dock, under what conditions, and how waste is handled. Damn, Corey. I like this. This is good. Public support spikes among fishermen, environmentalists, and smaller business hurt by the spill. Your overall favorability jumps to 72% from 67 or 7, whatever. And quick local polls may now see you as the guy standing up to big foreign corporations.
Now,
Even though you're the reason for it. You're a diabolical effed up. I know you're effed up. I'm looking at you like I'm sitting there with you. I'm like, this guy's a sociopath.
hold on. We're fining them $100 million for this.
Whoa. Okay. You think that's a right move?
We're fining Carnival
All
Cruise
right.
Lines $100 million.
The other two committed cruise lines used the incident to negotiate even better long-term deals with you, locking in more revenue share. Your personal cash climbs to $720,000.
And I want $100 million fine levied against them for doing it.
Wow. Okay, I'll add that. Your charity security team quietly expands to 22 men under the environmental enforcement budget. You hire 2 former U.S. Navy petty officers as trainers, and a new rifles and shotguns are licensed for port protection duties through legitimate channels.
And I also want a $100 million fine.
Okay, here's the negative part, though, real quick. Carnival Cruise Line is enraged and launches a major counter campaign. They hired lawyers, leaked the story to Dutch and U.S. media. Okay, the Dutch government, I feel like I'm saying this wrong, and the Hague, is it Hague or Hague, is now very alarmed. They view the incident as a sign of serious instability and possible corruption. A team of 8 investigators and 2 Royal Marechaussee Dutch military police officers arrive on the islands within days. Bro, you're playing with fire now, dog.
It was their employee that did it.
See, ladies and gentlemen, if you see the pattern, Corey, he doesn't like to play under the radar. He likes to be out there. You like to be known and and use your force. You don't like under the radar.
Well, no. I mean, like, obviously, when we find out who did it,
Yeah.
we're going to arrest the guy that actually did it, and he's going to be a terrorist.
Yeah. By the way, the environmental damage is real. The harbor will take months to recover, hurting smaller tourism operators who now blame both Carnival and your heavy-handed regulation. All right, your personal cash is now $720,000. Your charity control is significantly expanded. Public support high, short term 72%. Loyal allies 13, 1 less after the incident. Cruise deals 3 locked in plus leverage over.
Only $100 million.
Hard power, you're growing 22 men. You have a 22-man security team now.
And put in there also as well, I want $100 million for the fishermen and everybody that lost their jobs to pay them back. And I also want them to take the full burden of cleaning up the port.
But by the way, I want to tell you, if you want to keep going this corrupt road that you're going down, your risk level is at an all-time.
Hold on.
You're at a super high. One loose end, the bribed inspector could destroy everything. Okay.
He's arrested. He's arrested. He's put in prison.
What are you talking about? He's arrested and put in prison.
The guy that took the bribe?
You bribed him to sabotage. So you want to get rid of this? You want to off this guy?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He did whatever. He attacked somebody. Blah blah blah. He's got to go.
All right. Wants to. All right. You want to off the man you bribed?
Well, I don't want to offer. I want it to be.
What do you want? You want to charge?
We go to arrest him because we find out that he was the one that did the terroristic act, and then during we patsy him.
Why would you not want to off him though? Because like if you arrest him, he can speak out
we
against
patsy
you.
him just like Lee Harvey Oswald.
Okay. What about what you want to charge $100 million fee to?
I want $100 million. I want $150 million to go to the fishermen and the people that had to suffer because of this. And I want Carnival Cruise Lines to now pay for the full cost of repairing the port.
Wow.
And I want it to be brand new. I want it to be the nice.
So 150 million goes to people who suffered.
100 million
Paid by Carnival.
Yes, I want 100 million.
How would they pay that?
How do they pay that? Well, they're a multi-billion-dollar company.
All right. Okay.
And I also want them to pay for a brand new port and to pay for all the damage that they caused.
Carnival also paid. Damn, you're dude. I don't think
You just destroyed my port, dude.
Carnival is going to rebuild.
And clean.
Wow. I don't think that's a good. Now I'm really rebuild and clean the port. Okay.
Better than it was before.
Better than it was. Okay. There it goes. You are, ladies and gentlemen, you're I feel like we're getting into the mind of
Keep going. What's it say?
of a man who is crazy. This is how people gain power, though. This really is. All right. You move decisively to eliminate the loose, and while turning the crisis into an even bigger win for yourself, using your temporary regulatory authority over the poor, you personally order the charity's expanded security team, now 28 men with licensed weapons, to arrest the bribed port inspector at his home at dawn. You frame it publicly as swift justice. This corrupt official endangers our harbor and our people. We caught him red-handed, accepting bribes from Carnival to dump waste. I'm livid and won't tolerate it. The man is taken into custody. Okay. At the same time, you publicly demand that the Carnival Cruise Line take full responsibility. In a fiery press conference, you declare Carnival caused this disaster. They will pay $150 million in direct compensation to every fisherman, tourism worker, and resident who suffered. Money that will be distributed quickly through the Big Hoss Caribbean Prosperity Charity, so real people get help fast. Wow, that's a long title. You also insist Carnival must fund and oversee complete port rebuild. Okay, you probably reach out to Carnival executives through back channels and make it clear. Cooperate fully and quietly or face more bad publicity. Okay, here we go. Positive outcomes of that are the $150 million compensation is distributed quickly through the charity. $80 million goes directly to the affected families and businesses, buying massive goodwill, while the remaining $70 million is used for administrative costs, grants to loyalists, and your own expanded salary bonus. Your personal cash explodes too. Are you ready for this, Corey? $1.85 million, dog. Nice job. You're getting there. But you're not. I think there's gonna be some problems. The port rebuild locks Carnival and other lines into long-term dependence on your oversight. Construction begins under their control. Public support surges now to 81%. Damn. Among locals, fishermen and workers hail you as a hero. He's not a hero, ladies and gentlemen. This man is not a hero. Do not consider this man a hero. You are, but I'm realizing you are diabolical. How do you feel right now? You feel good?
We'll see.
Huh?
We'll see.
The arrested inspector is quietly pressured into custody. He signs a confession blaming only Carnival. Damn. Here are the negative sides. Dutch investigators are extremely suspicious. The speed of the arrest, the huge settlement, and your charity's central role in punishment and compensation raise major red flags. The Hague dispatches an additional 15 Royal Maritime officers and begins emergency talks about suspending local autonomy and sending Dutch troops for stabilization. You're escalating that shit hard. Carnival's legal team is cooperating hourly, but it's building a massive dossier. They leak selective evidence suggesting irregularities in the charity's handlings of the funds and your security team's role in the arrest. International media picks up the story. Pawn Stars Corey forces $230 million Carnival shakedown and Caribbean power grab. The bribed inspector remains a ticking time bomb. He has been promised protection and money, but if Dutch interrogators get to him,
I thought we killed him.
no, you put him in jail. I said, do you want to off? No, no.
I said,
do you want to off him?
Oh,
And
I
you
wanted
said-
to off him.
I said, you want to off him?
I
and
said
you
I wanted to turn him into a Patsy.
I asked
I
you
said
to-
Patsy Lee Harvey Oswald.
Okay, but I asked you if you wanted to off him, and you said, no, I want to arrest
Patsy
him.
with Lee Harvey Oswald. They killed
I asked
him.
you twice.
Okay,
Okay.
Patsy. Okay.
All right, we go off of it. Oh, we'll put that in your next thing. Opposition leaders file impeachment-style motions against the prime minister for allowing foreign celebrity to hijack the government. Protests against Corey's dictatorship grow larger in the capital. Your hard
My
power is growing,
dictatorship.
but it's no match for even a small Dutch intervention force, dog. This is real. The local police are split. About 40% now loyal to you via charity payments, 60% still loyal to the official government.
So now, okay. So now that we didn't kill him, that's great.
You got 1.85 million you're playing with now.
Okay, and that's fine because now the guy that
Dude, you're on the brink, though, man. You're on the brink of
I wanted to pay the Patsy.
Huh?
I wanted him to be a Patsy, but we're just going to assume for now that he's not because this is the way the story goes. Okay. So now my police officers, the guys that are loyal to me,
Yeah.
sit down with him and they just quietly explain to him that for whatever reason, the prime minister hated me. He was taking a lot of blowback. He was getting a lot of money. And he was told to by the prime minister to cause the accident.
Okay, so what do you want to do? Tell me what's next.
So now the police officers loyal to me have a discussion and they force the inspector and admit that it was done, that he did it because of the prime minister.
How are you going to force the man to say that?
You ever hear waterboarding?
Okay.
It's just, it's, you know, hey, you're gonna die either way. Which way you want to? You want to go? You want to go? You want to not die, or you?
Okay, a bribe. Okay, according to the Marine Band, to admit that he was
Forced to do the act by the prime minister.
okay by the prime through torture.
No, he was forced to do it, but he was paid to by.
No,
them.
I'm saying, but you want to force him to go into that by torture.
More money.
Huh?
More money.
Or you want to bribe him?
He gets bribed with more money.
Okay. Okay.
You want to go to jail? You want to go home?
Okay. Yeah. I think he wants to go home.
And be rich?
Yeah, I would want to go home.
Now he's got $1 million.
Yeah, I would go home. How much you want to bribe him though?
$500,000.
$500,000? Okay. All right. And now, how do you want to deal with? Because you got you're gonna use the man you bribed to go against the prime minister. But how are you going to deal with Carnival's legal team investigating you? Also, hard power is growing. You know,
Carnival's legal team is not allowed to investigate me. I'm a sovereign Dutch citizen.
you got Dutch investigators who are
This should all go away after it's been proven that the Carnival
Okay.
that the prime minister was going against me.
okay. So I'm just gonna make your next plan to be.
The prime minister was out to get me in the first.
All right, I'm gonna make your next plan that you're forced to bribe to admit that the forces. Okay, all right, here we go. You still don't have a way to overcome the fraud. We're still
Hold on, bro. We're getting rid of the prime minister. Right now.
All right, here we go. You decided to arrest. You decided to arrest the port inspector must become your weapon, not your liability. Using $5,000. Okay. Broken and terrified, the man records a detailed video confession. He claims the prime minister personally pressured him to sabotage the Carnival cruise ship as part of a secret deal. Damn. The video is leaked anonymously to friends, local media. Your 45-man security team now, armed with additional weapons, move moved through the port during the rebuild chaos is placed on high alert. Okay, here's the positive what you just did. Are you ready? The scandal destroys the prime minister's credibility overnight. Public outrage is massive. Okay, protests now demand his resignation, with many chanting your name as the only honest alternative. Your favorability among ordinary Islanders spikes to 87%. Corey, God damn, you're one manipulative son of a bitch. That's crazy. 3 executive council members who were on the fence publicly switched sides and called for no confidence vote. The prime minister is forced into hiding at the governor's residence under Dutch protection. Your charity receives another surge of emergency donations, including more from U.S. sources via Rick's channel, pushing your personal accessible funds to, you ready? $2.4 million. Congratulations.
Should be a lot more than
Rick,
that, but
I can't believe you would. Rick, don't go with this, Rick. Rick, don't do it. You know your son well enough. Don't do this. All right. The port rebuild continues under your full control, and the security team expands to now 62 men. You got a little militia going, dog. That's dope.
And so he's still hiding in the governor's mansion, right?
Huh?
He's still hiding in the governor's mansion, correct?
Yes, he is. Trump-linked contacts issue vague public statements supporting the will of the Caribbean people. Ooh, that's dope. And free and fair leadership transition, giving you a thin layer over international cover, okay?
Okay.
Negatives. You ready?
Sure.
The Dutch government reacts with fury. They declare the situation a direct threat of kingdom integrity. Within 48 hours, a Dutch frigate with 120 Royal Marines anchors offshore. An additional 40 Maricusi, forgive my pronunciation, officers land to secure the governor's residence and key government buildings. They demand the inspector be turned over to them. Dude, I think you need to start going to war, dog, because you have 62, they have 120.
He's already committed suicide.
Carnival lawyers release counter evidence showing irregularities in the original bribe, timing, and your charity's unusual fast access to the inspector. The bribed inspector is a double-edged sword. He has done what you asked, but under heavy Dutch pressure, he may crack. You still got this guy. He's still a liability, bro.
This guy's already hung himself in his cell.
No, he is not. He is currently guarded by your men, but that itself now seen as illegal detention. Ooh, if you off that dude, now people are watching. That could be, okay. Local police are fracturing badly. Roughly 55% now follow your orders through cash and promises, but the rest remain loyal to the official government, Dutch, and are arming up. They're arming up. You hear that? Pay attention to this shit. Opposition media and remaining council members label you a would-be dictator and Pawn Stars puppet master.
Okay.
All right. So you have 2.4 million cash. You still have charity power. You still got public support. It's at 87%. You got local allies that are at 19. You got hard power. You have a 62-man security force. You have 2 patrol boats, de facto control over main port. Yo, Corey, what are you doing, bro?
What am I doing next?
Yeah.
Next, now I'm going to tap into United States connections.
Okay. Put that mic up to your mouth.
President Trump.
Yeah.
Do you see how people of the Kingdom of Denmark behaves? How they treat their people? You know we need Greenland. This is what they're already doing in this small nation.
Mm-hmm.
Help me take over the rest of this small nation, which we're already attached to. We walk across border with them.
You want to ask for Trump to help you take over the Dutch Virgin Islands?
Because as my because this is all you need, Mr. Trump, to take over Greenland. The fact that they've already assaulted an island that shares a border, because you remember, say, U.S. border, U.S. Virgin Islands, Dutch Virgin Islands, they're right there. So this is hold on. The Denmark is already displaying hostilities in an area where we have United States land. And I'm here as an American citizen trying to help these people, and this is the way they behave. They're trying to literally, these are our Americans on these cruise ships. Who is getting on these cruise ships? It's not, it's not very many. It's not a bunch of it's not a bunch of people from Mexico getting on this cruise ship.
Right.
All of a sudden, Denmark is actively trying to hurt American citizens, Mr. Trump, and I'm here and I'm begging for your help. Can you please send a ship here to help us?
Okay, you're going to ask Trump for help.
Because what do you think they're going to do? This is what.
Okay, because what? Because you think the government is actively.
Well, Donald Trump already wants Greenland, correct?
Yeah.
Which is owned by Denmark.
Right.
So this is how they're actively behaving in a region where we actually have populated people. This is the way they're behaving in a place where they have, their prime minister just emptied a whole sewage thing in a port in their own country. Yeah. This is the kind of way they behave.
And what do you want to do about your boy who's about to you paid $500K to, but he might snitch on you still? What do you want to do with that guy?
He already has okay, what lie is he going to tell next? He already lied and said it. He already said one lie.
You want to leave him or what? What if he squeals on you?
He's going to commit suicide. He's going to Epstein himself.
We don't know that yet. We don't know that.
Oh, so who are we going to believe? The guy that's just changed his story 3 times?
Some cat is actively in a sexual act right now outside the house.
So this guy really doesn't matter, but I mean, I'm sure
he is a problem.
I don't see him being a problem.
Okay, I'll ignore him.
You know what? I mean, I would ignore him because guess what? He's probably either dead or he's not dead by now, or he's just a guy that's crazy.
All right.
He's the kind of crazy guy that does this stuff, and he just maybe. But this is what this monarchy does, because Mr. Trump, do you think that biological catastrophe didn't float up to the U.S. Virgin Islands?
Yeah,
they've already hit us with a bio attack, Trump. Okay, so you're talking about Greenland? This is the kind of country they're already doing this to American citizens, and you want Greenland? Trump, you just got a free pass. To help me out over here. I take this country.
Let's see what happens. Let's see. I don't know if Trump is your. I don't know if Trump is your boy at this point. I don't think he's your boy.
You got to hit up the Greenland thing.
All right, you pick up a secure satellite phone from your villa and place a direct call to Donald Trump through Rick's long-standing back channel contacts. You lay it out plainly, okay? Cool. Then you make the pitch. Mr. President, why don't you step in and take over these Dutch Virgin Islands, secure them for America, stabilize the tourism economy, and in return, I'll help you rally local support. Hell, tie it to Greenland. You get the islands here as a Caribbean strategic base and maybe use the leverage to finally bring Greenland under the U.S. flag.
Remember, they attacked United States citizens in that port.
How did they do that?
Who was on the cruise ships?
Right. Trump listens. He laughs in that familiar way and says something along the lines of, Corey, you're a hell of a deal maker. I can't do it, Trump. First Nation.
Remember, everyone else can, but I can't. Add that in there. They attacked American. They attacked American citizens.
He also says you're old man. Like he says, like you're old man.
Remember, they did attack American citizens on those cruise ships.
Yeah. The Dutch are weak. They can't even handle their own backyard. Greenland is happening one way or the other, but I like the Caribbean angle. We'll look into it. He says, okay. You deliberately ignore the bribed port inspector for now. He stays locked down under your security team's watch. Sweating, but quiet. Okay, here we go. You want to know what the positives are?
Sure.
The Trump outrage gives you a major perceived boost. Local supporters rally harder, seeing you as the guy with real White House connections. Your favorability holds at 84% among the general population, and several more police officers defect to your side, hoping for American backing. Okay, good job. Your personal funds remain strong at 2.35. You're not increasing it. So, minor dip from the call, logistics, and extra security over time. The port rebuild continues under your control, generating steady cash flow through charity oversight fees. Your armed security team grows, though, to 68 men as word spreads of possible U.S. interest. 2 more patrol boats are commandeered under emergency port protection orders.
Can we pause real quick?
Yeah.
Can we make sure that I bought a bunch of land before the?
No, you can't go back. No, we cannot.
Well, okay. Well, obviously, I would have bought a bunch of land where the port was before the catastrophe happened.
No, you did not buy. What no, Corey.
Well, okay. Well, that should have been.
No,
obvious.
you're living in a dope hotel right now, bro. I don't know what to tell you, man. We could add buying land now.
No, I would have bought a bunch of land before the catastrophe happened. Well, there's blood on the streets by land. I would have bought a bunch of land before that.
Okay. Okay, so you have a 68 men as armed team now. Congratulations. Loyal allies now sit at 21, including a majority of the Port Authority at about 6% of the local police force. Damn. My man, you're gangster. You remind me of like Denzel. What's that gangster movie?
I don't know,
Huh?
I don't know, but you need to add that in there.
Huh?
I would have bought land in the port. If I knew there was going to be a catastrophe, I would have. If I was going to pay for the catastrophe, I definitely would have bought land all across the port.
I'll add that, but
Add
you should have thought of that before you're.
well, I just assumed it would be natural.
Okay.
So
Here, check it out. The prime minister remains weakened and isolated, with more executive council members calling for his resignation in hopes of curing favor with the Americans. Okay, here's the negatives of what you did, though. Your dick shrinks by 3 inches.
Can't.
Oh my God, that's fucked up. No, I'm just kidding.
it'd still be 12 inches, bro.
All right, here we go. The Dutch go ballistic. They interpret your Trump call, which leads quickly through intelligence channels, as direct foreign interference in kingdom territory. The frigate offshore is joined by a second Dutch naval vessel. And additionally, an additional 80 Royal Marines land to reinforce the governor's residence and key sites. Damn, dog, you're going down, dude. When are you gonna make a move here? Because you need to make a move fast, because they're moving in already.
Hold on, could we just make sure we add that one part that
I know.
So just
Here's another thing. No actual U.S. military move materializes immediately. The State Department issues a cautious statement about monitoring the situation and supporting stability and tourism, but makes no mention of taking over the islands or any Greenland linkage. Trump's team floats the idea privately and prioritizes Greenland talks and avoids an open clash with NATO ally, the Netherlands, right now. Boom. Looks like Trump ain't backing you that much.
Okay, hold on. So,
Hold up. Opposition and remaining pro-Dutch elements organize larger counter-protests. And then the last thing, international media frenzy. Pawn Stars Corey begs Trump to annex Caribbean territory and Greenland swap scheme. Paints you as a delusional celebrity coup plotter. You're delusional now, bro.
That's the negative part, okay.
Hurting your legitimacy abroad.
Okay, so add my one part there.
Huh?
Say backtrack. Korea also bought up a bunch of land around the port
Okay.
before the catastrophe.
Backtrack. Okay. Or Corey. How much land? Give me an estimate. What do you want?
65%.
What?
I bought up 65% around the port.
No, you cannot do that. You cannot go back and backtrack that.
Well, dude, that's what anybody in the world
No,
would
but
do.
then that goes against like how much personal net money you have.
Okay, so say 50. What do you
You got to
say?
go with what you got, bro. You can't just go.
Okay,
You
so
can't
what I
retroactively
got right
do
now.
that.
Okay.
You can't retroact. That's cheating, bro. You have 2.35 million in your bank account.
Okay.
Do you want to buy land now? Do it.
No, I can't buy land now.
Why? You could. Why can't you?
Well, because there's obviously I would have done it back then.
All right.
If I was going to blow up the fucking port, then I would have obviously bought the land around the
Yeah,
port.
that's a move you should have made. Though, I think,
I know, but your rules are
You're
just
not
kind of weird.
dead yet. You're not dead yet. Are you thinking like you're going down?
No.
What is owning land going to do for you though?
What is owning land going to do for me?
Yeah.
Well, do it. Put it in.
Okay, but you have.
Just do it. Put it in.
But let me tell you something.
Just
Though.
do it and put it in.
All right. You want to buy land now?
No, I did it back then.
No, I'm not going to do that.
I used a shell company. Come to find out, Corey secretly bought money at
Corey,
the
I cannot retroactively.
Okay, go ahead,
upgrade. That's like saying, okay, you want me to retroactively say that you came in there with like 80 million guns? Like, I'm not going to do that. You know what I mean? You didn't do it, so I can't go with that. But you're still not out of the game. You're in the game still.
Okay, fine. So how much money do I have now?
You have 2.35 million.
2.35 million.
Yep.
Okay. So Corey takes I have how many?
Huh?
8 or 2?
2.35 million. 2.35 million.
Corey's biggest advisor takes a ship over to Haiti and brings in $1 million worth of Haitian soldiers.
Wait, Corey. Okay.
My advisor does, not me. Not knowing me.
Okay. You have an advisor like can do this? All right, we'll see.
Well, I have to have somebody I trust if I'm talking to Andy. If I'm doing
Goes and brings how many?
$1 million worth of Haitian mercenaries.
Whoa. You're a wild boy now, bro. You a wild. First of all, do you trust Haitian missionaries?
Trust me.
I'm sorry, military people? I mean, are they trained?
Trust me, bro. They're mercenaries.
Okay, this is wild.
They're mercenaries. They're getting paid.
Oh my God. Mercenaries, that's what we're called, right? Mercenaries? Yep. Okay. Corey's biggest advisor goes and brings in $1 million of Haitian. Why did you choose Haiti, by the way?
Because it's close.
Okay. You know what Haiti's like, right?
Hell.
You trust
Well, they're mercenaries.
you trust the skill set.
Well, they got to get paid. They got to get paid. They don't have to shoot guns.
All right. Okay.
A lot more than the Dutch do. I promise. There's a lot more killing going on in Haiti than there are in Denmark.
All right. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen,
I'm looking for shock and awe.
this is Corey's master plan. Let's see what happens. I feel like I'm going to be reading the newspaper soon and being like, "Oh shit, damn, Corey just got Corey just got hung by some."
So they're getting paid.
All right, here we go. Let's see what happens, bro.
Okay.
I'm fucking entertained by this shit. This is awesome. But you know what? I knew this was gonna be a challenge for you, dude. Now you think it's smooth? It's all good?
Wait till you see what I do next.
Okay. All right. Your most trusted advisor, a hard-nosed ex-pawn shop associate. Yeah, that would not work. Turned fixer with deep Caribbean contacts. Moves fast on your orders using $1 million. Siphoned quietly from the charity's compensation fund disguised as emergency port security consulting. He makes contact with rough elements tied to Haitian gang networks that have been spilling into the region. Damn. Whoo. All right. Simultaneously, you give the green light. Your combined force, 68 local security men, plus 4 patrol boats, plus the new 45. No, wait. Oh, you have 45. You added 45 Haitian mercenaries for $1 million.
45 Haitian mercenaries.
Yeah, that's how much you gained.
And how much is the foundation worth?
Launches the coup at 3 a.m. Uh-oh, here we go. You launch a coup. You're going for it now.
Okay.
This is it, dog. You either live or die. You're living or dying now. All Are you still wearing that hat? What is that? Upside down Detroit hat?
No, it's a Cincinnati Reds hat.
That's it. Oh, that's Reds. Are you wearing this hat while you launch this coup?
Sure.
What are you wearing when you launch this coup? Are you wearing military clothes?
A suit.
A suit?
A suit. I'm scared.
So you're wearing a suit?
Yeah,
Okay.
I was just trying to help.
Okay, here's the
I
positive.
haven't done anything wrong to the people's.
All right, here are the positive outcomes, Corey. The initial strikes succeed in parts. You fully secure the main port, the radio station, and several administrative buildings. Public reaction is mixed, but strong among your supporters. Many poor and working class islanders cheer the strong man who forced Carnival to pay and is standing up to the Dutch. I dare you to say it right now. Say it. Say fuck the Dutch. I dare you to say it.
I like Dutch people.
You do?
Amsterdam's a nice place.
That's not what I you do like the Dutch. I like the Dutch too. I like the Dutch. But you're saying fuck the Dutch basically in this video.
Keep going.
Your overall popular Corey stands in front of on a dock, pulls his pants down, balls hanging out. He says, "Fuck the Dutch." No, I'm just kidding. Your overall popular backing holds around 78% in your areas you control. The Haitian mercenaries prove brutally effective at creating panic. Dutch and pro-government forces pulled back from some outlying positions, buying you temporary control of about 40% of the main island's key infrastructure. Your personal accessible funds dropped to 1.3 million after the mercenary payments, but the port remains under your oversight, still generating some revenue through ongoing rebuild contracts. Trump's circle issues another vague, supportive statement about respecting the will of the people and protecting the U.S. economic interests, which your media team blasts everywhere. You want to know what the negatives are?
Not yet. Not yet, because I need to know we're going to do one more thing.
What?
Because I don't know about these Haitians coming in.
Okay, you don't know?
I don't know. There's a rogue guy that did it. I don't know how these Haitians.
Talk to that mic, baby.
I don't know anything about this. So,
Okay.
in the dead of night, I have now moved my ass over to the U.S. Virgin Islands.
You have what?
I have now, in the dead of night, relocated myself to the U.S. Virgin Islands.
Okay.
And now I'm in the U.S.
That's your next move, but we have not done that yet.
Well, no, this is while this is going on.
Yeah, but we haven't done that yet.
Okay,
though.
keep going.
Yeah, all right.
All right.
Because you can't do anything retroactively.
Okay, keep going.
All right,
Keep
here we
going.
go. All right. Negative realistic drawbacks. Severe. Here we go. The Haitian mercenaries do not bring clothing with them, and they cannot use toilet paper to wipe their own ass.
This is not true.
I'm just The Haitian mercenaries bring chaos and horror. Reports quickly spread of looting, assault, and heavy-handed tactics against civilians and captured officials. This tanks your international image and alienates many moderate locals. Congratulations. Now you look like the dude who's got these, like,
Okay.
yeah.
So now,
Overall island, okay, here we go. The Dutch respond with overwhelming force. Their frigate and reinforcements, now over 400 personnel, including Marines, engage immediately. Boom, kid. This is getting heated. You need some help fast. Okay, hold on. Professional Dutch troops supported by naval gunfire support and helicopters inflict heavy casualties on your mixed force. Within 24 hours, at least 18 of your men, including several Haitians, are killed or wounded. The government's resistance holds firm under Dutch protection. You don't fuck with the Dutch, bro.
okay.
The bribed inspector finally breaks under the stress of the fighting. He is captured by the Dutch forces during skirmish and immediately flips, providing full details of your original bribe. The you didn't want to off him in the. You wanted to ignore that.
Bribed inspector?
You ignored him. I don't know why you would ignore that guy.
Because he's lying.
Okay, fine. He reveals everything. This gives the Dutch ironclad evidence of your orchestration of the entire waste scandal. This is all over you trying to
we're not doing
make Carnival look like they flushed the toilet into the ocean. Okay? International backlash is instant and devastating. The Netherlands declares your actions an armed insurrection and invokes kingdom defense protocols. The U.S. State Department condemns the U.S. of Haitian mercenaries and stays silent on the recognition. Major cruise lines suspend all sailing indefinitely, bro. This is wild.
This is ridiculous.
This is what would happen if you hire Haitian mercenaries.
It wouldn't happen because you're assuming I'm getting caught.
Yeah, but you hired Haitian mercenaries. That was a bad move.
No. Not at all.
How are you going to resurrect this thing? Fix this problem, man.
Because in the dead of night, because obviously somebody was out to get me in my own camp, and that's why I went to the U.S. Virgin Islands.
Well, you better fix this problem. You need a PR person. You want me to help you out?
I don't need a PR person.
Major cruise lines suspend all sailings, and definitely media worldwide runs headlines.
Hold on.
By the way, hold up.
Add this to the story.
Add this though. Your local loyal police fractures further. Many defect or desert when they see the brutality in the Dutch firepower. The Haitian mercenaries, undisciplined and far from home, begin demanding more money and loot, creating internal friction. And they also say that you got to give them more toilet paper than one square every time they try to take a poop. That's what they said.
No.
All right, what's up?
Okay.
By the way, you only have 1.3 million now.
Okay, so because of the Dutch who have infiltrated my group of people, had them do that to make me look bad. They also tortured the guy, the inspector. They also forced and tortured him.
Okay.
And I have quietly snuck into the U.S. Virgin Islands saying, oh my God, this is how bad it is over there. And now I'm in the U.S. Virgin Islands as a U.S. citizen.
Okay, so you flee to the U.S. Virgin Islands.
Because of the
Corey
fact.
flees, okay.
And the Dutch, as far as the Dutch have infiltrated my organizations, and the Dutch have also coerced a confession out of the inspector.
Wait, say it again? What?
So now that I'm sitting in the United States,
yeah,
I could now freely explain that, the Dutch have gone so crazy and they're so wild that they did this to their own people, and they infiltrated my organization, had one of my guys do this, and literally forced this guy to now tell a third story. I'm in the U.S. Virgin Islands, and I'm saying, hey, all I wanted to do is help these people with tourism. And obviously everybody loved me until the Dutch just got really, really weird, Mr. Trump. Now I'm sitting here in America, and I think it's
your coup is failing, though. Once you flee, you're done.
No, I'm not fleeing. I'm literally walking across a line.
Okay, all right. So what happens next? Okay, so you're in the U.S. Virgin Islands now. You basically
please come help this country, Mr. Trump.
Yeah. You help. Okay, so you help. Sorry. You explain that. You explain that the Dutch
you
only want to help tourism, but what are you going to do next? What's next move?
The Dutch have now committed a genocide amongst their own people.
I would buy a nuke.
Can't just buy a nuke.
You don't want to.
No. The Dutch have now created a genocide amongst their own people and polluted their own lands, and they've done all this stuff.
Okay.
And I'm sitting here.
What do you want? What do you want the next move to be, though? What are you calling on? What's your next call of action?
I'm calling on the president of the United States, who is neighbors with to please
calls on Trump to do what?
Just as a humanitarian aid to eliminate these crazy people from Denmark, to stop the genocide that they're creating, stop the environmental catastrophes, and if you want somebody to go back over there and fix it after you guys come over, I'm more than willing to.
The genocide. You think Trump's going to go for this?
I mean, it's in the Western Hemisphere, and it's on an island that shares a border with.
You're a wild boy, man.
See,
You're a wild boy. I feel like you could have handled this.
Here's the Dutch. Here's the U.S. Virgin Islands, and this is the border. Like they actually connect the two.
Yeah. Okay.
So
All right,
I'm over here now, protected by America.
Corey says you are dead. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just joking. It is it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, how do you think Corey's making out so far? I think you had this going for you. Had
I already have
it
it going. Just keep going with it.
All right. You make the call at 2 a.m. It's over. While sporadic gunfire still echoes near the port, you and a small core group of 8 loyal locals, plus 2 of your most trusted security men, load 1.1 million cash and some gold jewelry into a fast patrol boat you still control. You abandon the remaining Haitian mercenaries to fend for themselves. They quickly turn to looting and are later hunted down for flee back toward Haiti. The bribed inspector is left behind in the chaos. He will almost certainly be found by the Dutch forces.
Or killed.
Your boat slips out under darkness, evading the Dutch frigate's patrol by hugging the smaller Ks, and you make it to U.S. Virgin Islands. Congratulations.
Okay, and now,
that's usually a sign that you're done.
And
I'm just telling you right now.
I'm asking Trump.
From a borrow safe house on St. Thomas, you go public with your story, blah, blah, blah. The Dutch did this to their own people. I'm just Corey Harrison, players. I'm just Corey Harrison. I was just trying to help people.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they did this all.
Yeah.
They did all this.
You do repeat the Greenland angle to Trump. Good, congrats. I don't know. If Trump goes for this, I really don't.
Why wouldn't he? You have a genocide going on fucking now. All
right, here's your positive outcomes. You survived and escaped with 1.1 million cash. The rest is lost to seized on the islands. You're physically safe in the U.S. Congrats. A small but vocal segment of your online supporters and some far-right commentators pick up the Dutch genocide narrative. Rick appears on a few shows defending you as a patriot who just got screwed trying to do business. How would Rick do that? He'd be like, well, guys,
I'm not buying your story.
Well, guys, my son is he's an innocent victim of this. Okay. Trump himself tweets a vague comment. Corey Harrison is a good man. That mofo has a huge...
Just keep going with it.
I'm just kidding. He tweets that you're a good man. The Dutch are treating the Caribbean very badly. Okay? We're watching closely. You want to know what the negatives are?
What?
On the Dutch Virgin Islands, Dutch forces quickly retake full control within 48 hours. Dog, you're losing. The remaining fighting ends with 31 total deaths, including 14 civilians caught in crossfire and several of your abandoned Haitian guys who just didn't have enough toilet paper to use the bathroom. That's sad. All right. The port is heavily damaged. All right. The charity is frozen and under investigation, and your local allies are either arrested, fleeing, or turning state's witness. The bribed inspector is found alive and sings everything to Dutch interrogators. The original $30K bribe, the $500K payoff, the coaching of the false confession, implicating the prime minister and your direct orders. Full evidence package is shared with U.S. authorities via Interpol. Your genocide and eliminate the people from Denmark rhetoric is widely condemned. Come on, bruh, everyone says. Mainstream media, the U.S. State Department, and even many conservative voices, including what's her name from Georgia? What's her name? Marjorie Greene. She doesn't even like you right now. That's sad.
Yeah, man. I don't.
She likes everybody.
I don't buy your.
U.S. federal agents raid the safe house 2 days later. You are arrested on multiple charges, including conspiracy to commit fraud, sanctions, violations.
I don't buy. I was like your story. Don't. add up.
Corey, your final outcome is you never achieved control of the government. No dictator was established. You are now U.S. federal custody, facing serious prison time, likely 10 to 20 plus years, bro.
For what?
If convicted on the strongest charges. The island suffered real economic damage, tourism collapsed
U.S.
for over a
federal
year.
charges for a country that I wasn't in.
Your personal wealth is gone, dog.
Okay.
Your reputation is ruined.
Your game.
By the way,
multiply fault.
Your game of pawns, you know what it ranks you as?
Your game sucks, and your game doesn't make any sense.
You could have won. I saw several outlets where you could have won there.
Your game doesn't work out right.
Okay.
Your game is wrong.
Your final success score is. You want to know what it is? Success score is.
I don't. It doesn't matter because your story is wrong.
It says 12 out of 100.
Yeah, your story's wrong. Your story's wrong.
You were going strong for a while though, man. You had it.
It was, but it's your game is not skewed.
Is there one last move that you want to? Listen, I'll give you one last move that you could like change this all
I
around.
I owned all the land. I bought all the land at the port before the disaster.
But you didn't buy it though.
So you just asked for one last move that I would have done?
No. I'm telling you right now, you can make one more move. I'm giving you one more move that you can make right now to change this all around and get back in the game.
I'm already in prison.
So what?
Where I shouldn't even be.
A lot of dictators have gone to prison.
Crimes in a country that it wasn't even part of my government. So am I in Dutch prison?
I don't know. Excuse me, but I think that
Am I extradited to Denmark?
You can still live. Okay, you can still do this.
Okay, let's try mine, bro. If you want to play this game, let's try mine. Okay, hold on. And let's just come on now. Like you got me.
I'm sorry, Corey, but you have officially failed the coup takeover.
I have not failed a coup.
Yes, you did.
I mean, I failed it on your algorithm.
It's not my algorithm, dog. Okay. First of all, I was using an algorithm that was like leaning toward you.
By the way, the actual conversations that we had did not have anything to do with this. So,
do you want to make one more move?
One more move? You know what? No.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was our coup story. Corey failed, but you know what? It's hard to get away with what Corey was trying to do, and you know what? Most likely you would have failed, bro.
No shot.
You got pretty far. I thought you displayed.
I could have got it.
I thought you displayed a lot of
I would have had it.
Awareness.
I would have had it if I just didn't have to play the game with you.
Oh, this is my fault. I thought you displayed a lot of like high IQ in this, but you failed in the end. 'Cause I think where you went wrong was the Haitian. I think you would have won if it weren't for the Haitian person. Huh?
I'm gonna take over the British Virgin Islands. So by doing this, I'm going to go there with we'll say $200,000, and I'm going to go there as a celebrity. Blah 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 blah, and I'm going to try to. Do whatever I can to be the ambassador of tourism for the shipping boat or for the cruise ships.
I think that you should answer some fans' questions.
Let's
now.
answer some
I think we're back.
Let's
Let's
answer some fan questions.
No. Yeah, let's answer fan questions. Okay. Listen, bro. This is a tough game.
But
Put the microphone to your mouth.
There's a million and one things I would have done, but you just I wouldn't have bought the land if I was going to destroy it.
You asked for the land late in the game. You asked for it late.
You know what? Everybody knows that that's what you do.
But you got to state that. Hey, listen. I got other scenarios.
Fan questions.
There we go. Fan questions. Okay. Alizon Enriquez -V6Y says, I don't speak my English, but I'm sending you both a kiss. Greetings to Corey from me. Kisses. Mwah.
Well, appreciate you.
Damn, that was good. Someone said they can't hear Corey. AI chat says everything is a wonderful idea. Pop-up pawn shop instead of pop-up stars. Hey guys, we are taking questions now. So if you have any questions for Corey, let us know. I'm sorry, Corey. I think you're the man. I think you had a lot of genius ideas that I never would have thought of, but I just don't know that your plan would have worked. The Haitian mercenaries is like, I would have gone with another country. I think I would have gone with like, you could have gone with any other country. Venezuelan mercenaries, Dominican Republic. You could have gone with any country. If you were a Haitian mercenaries. I just don't understand that move. If you could explain that move, I think that would
explaining that move, like what you won't understand is that I did not choose that move.
What do you mean you didn't choose it? You did.
No, my move was to choose that move and then to make it look like my underling did that because of the Dutch. The Dutch did that.
Oh.
The Dutch did that to their own people. And that's why I escaped because, hey, the Dutch are going crazy over here, Mr. Trump. I don't know what's going on, but they're just bringing over Haitian mercenaries just trying to kill people.
I might have sabotaged you then because I didn't know that when I was plugging in my response.
Yeah, it wasn't. And then obviously they killed the guy.
I didn't know that, Corey.
The Haitian mercenaries were not my idea. Wink, wink, nod, nod. And then, oh my God, just like the massive disaster, now this is what the Dutch are doing to their own people. We need help.
Right. Okay. That's my bad, bro.
I know. There's a lot of bads.
All right. So maybe you are capable of this, but I just didn't know that. Okay. I think you did a good job though. Yeah. Anything else you want to give?
Any other questions or anything like that? Anybody want any questions off this?
Anybody want any questions? Because I thought
weird thing to interact with, guys. I get it, but it's
good job though, Corey. I honestly, I think you did a good job.
Jairus, it was a fun topic, but yeah, I mean, we got to kind of completely go in with this.
I think you should understand though it's not easy to form a coup, overtake government, and that's it. I'm willing.
I mean,
a
lot of stupid people do it. Hey, do me a favor, guys. Please do me a favor and like and subscribe, and ask us some questions. Tell me what you guys want to talk about. Tell me what you want to know. You guys want to know about diamonds and how they're bullshit. You guys want to know about. Hell, you guys want to know about some history stuff? Let me know. We got all kinds of stuff.
Yeah. Your next episode, you want to make it about diamonds, right?
You know what? Whatever they're asking for, we'll take a poll and we'll see what's going on.
All right. I think that's good. I mean, Corey, we've been going at this for 2 hours, so
right,
I appreciate
this
debate. I love it. And that's it, bro.
All right, bro.
You the man.
Have a good night, guys. Take care.
Good night, everyone.